Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Debt Collection 101 here on Arbeit.
Yes, we have a great episode today, right? We have an interview joined to us today by Skype or some sort of video chat platform. You can see him at the bottom of your screen. We're joined by Nick Jarman from RightAway. Hey Nick, thanks for doing this.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it. So I love having guests.
Yeah.
So this is like we're on a streak here. Emily's been loading this up.
She's gonna run out of gas. She's been booking guests.
But Nick, why don't you?
Our generic guest question. Tell us about
Tell
yourself.
us about yourself.
Sure. So started in this industry back in 2000, so around 18 years ago. I've been doing it for a while. Started off in the industry really from the ground up. I was in what was called a dialer position, where I just got people on the phone and passed them to a collector. That's really how I cut my teeth. Did that for about a year, and then kind of worked my way up the ladder from a collector to unit manager, operations manager, and then VP of operations. Back in 2009, I was fortunate enough to help start a collection agency and grow that organically, and did that until about October of 2016. From there, I started the company RightAway, which is a consulting and leadership company. So focuses on the entire spectrum of the collection industry. And the leadership coaching is something that I've always found that a lot of companies do a pretty good job of training up their frontline and mid-level employees, but a lot of times they leave out the management and the leaders. So that's what kind of started that. And here we are 2 years later on Google Cam with you.
Awesome.
Awesome. Cool.
Congratulations. It sounds like it's going pretty well so far.
Yeah.
But
What's the most rewarding part about working with collection agencies? Like, what do you love about it?
Well, I think the most rewarding part is really to get to see something from start to finish. And when you put a new process or something like that in place, and they have the ability to go about it, it's really nice to see the fruits of the labor come to fruition. And the niche for me is collection agencies, and that's what I've been doing for 18 years. So I would just say seeing things come together as everybody working together as a team for a collective goal, that's the most rewarding.
and so you're solely specializing in collection agencies, right?
I actually do a little bit of stuff with creditors and vendors, solution providers as well.
Oh, okay.
So, from the creditor aspect, I help them with their audits and what to look for in the collection agencies and how they can get more out of their agency network. And then from a vendor solution provider perspective, I kind of help them look at the market, look at their product, look at their branding, and then utilize my network to see if we can drum up any new business.
Cool. That's awesome. I have a question. So you're working with the leadership team of collection agencies, and I would imagine that there's times where you're working with people that come in from other industries. Is there a difference in how leaders need to act in collections, or is it similar? Is there a lot of carryover?
Well, I think that the key would be to focus on the servant leadership, especially when it comes to collection agencies. Really, what can you do to make other people better? I think you have to be very humble, and you have to take that approach, making sure that it's not all about you, but it's about the collective team. And so regardless of what background they come from, if you can focus them in on servant leadership, it'll definitely set the path in the right direction.
That's awesome. Yeah, servant leadership, great call.
So what's a typical coaching session look like when you're going, you're starting off working with an agency? I mean, I imagine they vary a lot, but is there a structure that you follow, or is there something that's standard?
Yeah, so there's actually two types of coaching sessions. The first would be the one-on-one coaching session, and that's what I get the most out of, and that I like to do the best, because it puts the manager or leader in a position to where they can open up to you about some of the struggles that they may have or areas of opportunities that they may see, whereas they might not necessarily bring that to their direct manager or leader's perspective. And so what we'll do in the one-on-ones is really develop a plan dependent upon what the contract is, whether it's indefinite or a 6-month plan, and we'll look at really where they are and where they want to be. And from that perspective, we'll path out a way to get them to that destination that they're looking for. The other option is the group coaching, which we do as well. And the group coaching is really just taking the group of leaders together Generally, we'll focus on some leadership book that we can zone in on every couple weeks, changing it up, and really going about different topics such as looking at the new generational workforce, situational awareness. There's many topics that we can cover. And it's also good because we can also work with the senior management team and really get where do they want the direction to be, and we can cater and customize the leadership coaching to what will be most beneficial to the bottom line of the company.
Do you find like a common theme amongst like all agencies where like agencies can consistently use like the same type of coaching? Does that make sense or no?
That makes sense, but no, I think every opportunity or every option is different when it comes to the agencies. What I do find is that it really starts at the very top. So whoever is the majority owner or majority shareholders, really what are they buying into? What are they looking at? Because I think that everything starts with the top. And if they're not bought in, then that's going to be difficult to carry on the coaching or the consulting part. They really have to be bought into everything about it, and then that'll trickle down. So I would say if the upper echelon of the management is on board and really in tune to what's going on, you'll see a lot of success. But if they're not, then it'll kind of fade away and fail eventually.
Yeah. So are you, with a lot of its leadership coaching, are you, are you dealing in compliance as well, keeping the agencies compliant and things like that?
Absolutely, and that's obviously a big part of what I do when it comes to compliance. The main focus is either on compliance or operations, but compliance over the last 5 years has really picked up steam, as most people know. Yeah. So we definitely spend a lot of time on the organizational structure, making sure that there's a chief compliance officer, putting together a compliance management system, making sure that it runs smoothly. And the big trick is to be compliant, but also make money. So there's two folds to that. You can be as compliant as you can be, but if you're not making money, it doesn't do any good. And vice versa, you can be making as much money as you like, but if you're not compliant, then that train's going to come to a halt at some point.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. So the your RightAway blog, when did you launch that? Just recently?
Just did that about a week ago,
Cool.
and I've been thinking about it for a while. And I enjoyed writing articles. I've been writing articles for really the last 10 years for a lot of the industry websites and associations, and even did a stint on credit.com for a while. And so I just felt that it would be good to kind of take something that I enjoy and hopefully put it out to the masses and hope that they gain some insight from it.
Cool. Is that so? Have you been wanting to do this for a while, or is it just it just came up?
I've been wanting to do it for a while. It really just came down to me pulling the trigger on doing it.
Just doing it.
Fortunately, it doesn't take a lot of time for me to put the articles together, but I just need to make sure that the substance is there.
Yeah.
From that perspective.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's not easy. Good for you.
What are some of the topics you're covering on it? The one that was it motivation? That was just the most recent?
Yeah, so the one I sent out today was on collector productivity. And then the one last week was on letters, to send them or not to send them. But there'll be some ones on motivation and mindset. There'll be a lot of different things that really can relate to the compliance and operational end.
Nice.
Go ahead.
No, you.
You run a compliance-related conference, right? The Compliance Forum, did I get that right?
Yeah, so this actually last month was the Compliance Forum. And that event is unique in itself because it's a creditor-only event.
Yeah.
So creditors, service providers, and we bring across a lot of the friends that I've made and network insiders to come and put on the show, put on a lot of great sessions and topics that are all geared towards creditors.
Cool. Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, cool. So before we leave, if there's one piece of advice you could give to collection agencies and their leadership team or the owners themselves, what's one tip that they can take away from this?
I think one tip, which I've learned the hard way, is take some time to enjoy the ride. It's a roller coaster, what we do. It's inherently negative, but we serve a great purpose, and there's a lot of benefit that we do, and sometimes that gets overshadowed by the negatives. So I would just say take some time, especially for the frontline people that are putting in a lot of the work and effort, enjoy that ride because that's exactly what it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Continue
great.
that. Well, how can people get in touch with you?
They can reach me at 636-233-9779 or email me at nick.jarman@therightaway.com.
We'll link both of
Well,
those
yeah,
below.
we'll get the information below so
So,
people can get in touch with you.
yeah,
But
thanks
thanks
so
for
Can I do
much.
a
doing this.
shameless plug?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Debt Collection Forum 2019, April 3rd to the 5th, Chicago, Illinois, Trump Tower. Hope
Ah.
to see you there. www.dcf.events.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, good job. Gotta get the plug in there,
Yeah.
man.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's a great resource for anyone. Yeah. But I appreciate you joining us, Nick, and
Yeah, thanks so much. And if there's any, we'd more happy to attend any conference, so just let us know what happens.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Same to you.
too.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, subscribe, like, share. Happy Thanksgiving, even though it was last week, but yes.
See you next week.
See ya.